What's up, suckers? It's me, I'm back. Hey. Alright, well, check it out. You know what? I had this realization while I was eating. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, check this out. Yeah, so when we make the tween, again, this is from tween.js, which is also part, I believe, of the 3js.org project. Anyways, when you make the tween, implicitly, you don't have to specify, but implicitly there is an onUpdate function. In the onUpdate, oh my god, I'm going to talk myself into a different answer, huh? I do that every time I do this on mic. Alright, let's finish what the existing answer is first. onUpdate, which is a callback function. So this callback is going to happen every time the tween updates itself to go between things, right? So between one value and another value for some property. Sorry about this. I hate microphones and they hate me too. Okay, so to go between two values, you don't have to put something in the onUpdate. It's just that you will, because that's where you actually apply stuff that's going to get done. So it will tween between those two values, but no work will actually get done to those values. That's the important part that I forgot, actually. No actual work is going to be done in there. But the other part is that in there, it's not going to have access to, for example, you see where I'm referencing argcall and argrow in this source on lines 379. So on line 379 and 380 in the callback, in the onUpdate callback, what I'm doing is I say abricks, which is the bricks array of brick objects, 3.js objects. So in the abricks object, which is a two-dimensional array of the argcolumn and argrow element of the abricks array, the position property, which is a multivariate property, the x value, the x property of that. What is that sound? I'm going to ban it as soon as I'm done with this. I set it to some value. That's the important part. And I also set the rotation z to some value. That's all that really matters, is that they've been set to some value. And I can't, because it won't know in the callback what argcall and what argcolumn and argrow are. Those were arguments to the function that I used to start the tween, and the onUpdate callback has no knowledge of those arguments, so I'll have to address that. In my notes here I said probably with globals, but I don't know if that's really what we're going to do. Okay, so I'm back from lunch, but first I gotta find out who is the author of those awful sounds. As I said before, when I hear sounds that I can't stand on free sound, I have a way of banning them, and it's really cool. So anyway, so I'm gonna ban that, whatever that is. This thing is called none. What dickhead made a sound called none? 249078. You are banned. This isn't related to the channel, by the way. This relates to the background sound. I'm just making sure that I got the right one. I don't ban several things. Sometimes if it's particularly bad sound, I'll ban the sound author completely, and then Drone Sound TV will just skip sound results, search results for that author, or any results that come up for that author, it'll just skip them. Like this sound, 365020 by Sol92, called Spray Perfume, the sound of spraying perfume. Nobody ever needs that, ever. So I'm tempted to ban the author of the sound. Like, whoever recorded that sound doesn't deserve a tape recorder or whatever it was. Also, here's a warning siren test from Norway. I like it, actually. See, so that's why I don't ban everything. I let it wander around in terms of the sounds. Okay, back to course. So, problem is, I'm trying to reference a variable, two variables that don't exist, the row and the position. Now, there's an easy fix here, but it's a crappy fix. The crappy fix would be something like create two global variables called tween call and tween row, and look those up during the callback function and apply our mods to the position and rotation properties there. But that's actually a really stupid solution. The reason is, I'm pretty sure, let me think about this. Yes, I'm pretty sure that should another brick begin tweening, yeah, I'm positive, in fact, that it would overwrite the properties of those variables, the contents of those variables. And what would happen to the old ones, I wonder? They would stop moving, probably, if we're lucky. If we're unlucky, it would be a bug or something, be an error of some sort. Okay, so I have a feeling this is the second smartest solution. The second smartest solution would be, I don't want to, but to have a, let me think about this. To have a tween array of tween objects, they still won't know. An array of tween objects for each of the two elements in the two-dimensional array of, I'm thinking out loud here, of bricks. That's really wasteful. It's really wasteful, is the thing. Okay, so I could have an array that I'm adding to as tweens get added, and this is way overcomplicated. There's no reason for it to be this freaking intelligent. It's a freaking demo thing. Hold on. There's got to be a smarter way to do this without having a parallel array instance or extending the abricks object to contain a tween object. Wait a minute. It could contain a slot for a tween object. It doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be populated. So it doesn't have to be instantiated unless there is a tween running on that brick. You get what I'm saying? Okay, but then, so it's going to run itself and it's going to call itself back. It actually doesn't help. Yeah, it doesn't help. Alright, let's go back to what we do have. What do we have? We have the row and the column of the tween that is currently running. You know what the problem here is? I need to figure out how to pass a variable to the onUpdate callback function. There must be, and I bet it goes right here. Almost certainly. Unless I tell the tween to send it. There's no way it could. Alright, look, so first, to test our theory, let's try this on the tween thing, because I'm pretty sure that this is right, but if it's not, then there's like no reason to do this. So, we're going to make two new variables. The stupid solution I was talking about, right? So, called I tween call and I tween row. And when we get the call to the fn tumble function, which tumbles a brick. I hope I'm not pegging the mic. I probably am. I really suck with mics. Terrible. Alright. Okay. I just get some music up in here. Let's get some more Green Dutch. Playing a lot of Green Dutch recently. It's the 202 Master of Disaster. Let's see. Okay. Alright, so here. The two original ones didn't work. Here's the original ones. I just commented them out. Why didn't they work? Well, as I said, they didn't work because they were referencing local scope variables that were local to the fn tumble function, which would not be accessible at the runtime of the on-update callback. Oh my god, that was a freaking mouthful, huh? Alright, so I-tween call and I-tween row. Watchable code shows can be a mess of work, y'all. Did I tell you, one of the reasons I started having live sets in the first place is because I'm really kind of not social, and that's putting it gently. I'd say I'm just one step shy of being whatever it is they call that, paranoia, that's total fear of people. It's not like fear, it's not necessarily excitement. Maybe it's some sort of dislike. Maybe, oh look, we're not even looking at the theme. Okay, so back to the, sorry, I'm gonna have to set the theme to the, what was it called? Breakout theme. But it's not really a theme, it's actually a test for this gig that I might do. So they want to make a thing that kind of blows up when you click on it. I don't know, something like bricks, and you'll see. It's some bricks, and you click on it, and when you click on it, bam, they blow up, and I know it's kind of cheesy. Whatever. People like that kind of stuff, so. Anyways, what do I care? Just do what they want, but make it cool, right? Okay, so I swear I'm gonna get back to that story about why I started Geek Sessions and why I started Master Monkey in the first place. But anyway, so 383, 384. Let's see. The ABRICS array is now referencing the global I-tween column and I-tween row variables. I'm going to check using the search feature to make sure that those are what I called them, and they are. Okay, good enough for that. And man, I'm in a really uncomfortable position. Hey, that's a little better. And more green touch. So on the back end, I use basically the same commands you guys use, except sometimes they're a little fancier. Yeah, so I'm going to show you the bug because the bug's already on several other clips in this series about doing this breakout thing. I hope it doesn't crash. It crashed a lot earlier too. I mean, my workstation, not the Raspberry Pi. So all of this is running off the Pi, and I'm editing this files live on the Pi, and it's all on the Pi. It's all Pi, baby. It's all Pi. And man, this thing must be registering crap load of errors because it's not even doing what it used to do. Wow, look at that. Woo! Errors like scrolling by. Numbers flying up. 780 errors. Cannot read property of. Well, anyways, it's complaining about 372 and 383, but we're not really done yet editing this. Yeah, anyways, as we know. So, holy crap, it doesn't like that either? How can it doesn't like that? Look, it didn't like those I-tween call. Oh, you know what? I didn't set those to anything, by the way. So it's correct. Of course, they're always correct. Pardon me. Okay, what I'm going to do here, say I-tween call to arc call, and I-tween row, arc row. I'll know what that means later, I swear. iCloud. Oh my god, what is that awful sound? Time to ban another sound. We should make a banning song. Here it is, we're singing it out. This is the banning song. Looking for this terrible sound. It's by a sound author called Alt Future. I don't know if he has future, because he's going to be banned. That was rather anticlimactic, Andy. Okay, see, I told you I have a back-end command. You can't even access it from the front end. But to ban sounds so that I never, ever, ever hear them again. And if I like, I can ban the author. I can even ban like a keyword, though I never do. And then Drone Sound TV will skip them forever because they suck. And like Alt Future, I mean, he might be cool. If it's really, really bad, once in a while, I'll follow this link. See on the screen where it says free sound, there's a link. You can get it in the chat when you type creds. It'll give you the link to the most recent sound that was being played. And oh look, it's back. Hey, the tween works. Alright, so all this does is... Wait. Why are all the tweens running? I thought that if we did it this way that it would break if there was another tween running. How can the multiple tweens be running? Do I care? Probably no. Nope, I don't. I just decided I don't care. Okay, well, we're going... Sorry, I really thought that was funny. Okay, so we're going to copy breakout.js. Remember, this is just a demo anyways. JS.prod. If I get the gig, I'll, or accept the gig. If I accept the gig, beak out. There is no beak out, thankfully. Beaks out. You know what, that's, when you... I must be getting delirious. I've been coding for like, if you saw, I was coding hella hours last night too. And then I got this surprise thing now, and they were like, just a couple hours ago, they were like, hey, can you make a wall that explodes when you click on it? I was like, hell yes, I can. But, you know, you gotta put the money in my fingers here. So, anyways. By the way, JavaScript, accessing and instantiating multi-dimensional arrays in you is a pain in the ass, alright? That's from me to you. From me, Master Monkey, also known as Gary D, also known as this man with way too many pseudonyms. What was I talking about before? I wanted to get back to the why I started Die Master Monkey, but first I wanted to say, oh right, so we backed it up. But like I said, this is only a demo anyways. And you know what I don't like? They're not rotating correctly. And I know they're just falling randomly. It's not the ones that I click on, even though you can't see the mouse pointer on this screen. Okay, so a couple things we're going to do. One, first off, in terms of testing, I was noticing while I was testing that this is not using the fast shading. It's on the bricks. It's using smooth shading. Yeah, and fuck that. Sorry. Oops. Damn it. Twice in a row even. So on my regular shows, like on my live shows, I have one of the two mascots is Cowboy Mike, and he's a little toy cowboy that I found actually shoved under the heater back here in the back room that I never used for anything until I started Master Monkey. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna resurrect this little cowboy. And I call him Cowboy Mike. And that's Mike, M-I-C, because he reminds me. I try to keep on the screen or in my view. It's sort of a mnemonic device to remind me not to cuss on the microphones. Something that used to happen a lot. And I used to clear my throat on the microphones too. And I used to chew gum on the microphones. I had all the terrible habits. I still have a terrible voice, and I talk too loud or too quiet, but hey, sorry, I mean, there's only so much I can do. Alright, there's one thing here is happening. So, I switched it to flat shading. That'll be faster. If they complain about the shading and they're like, hey, it could be fancier, then I'll be like, cool, I get what you want. You want fancy shading. Also, another thing, I wanted to take the texture off before they see it, before anyone sees the demo. I wanted to take the texture off and change it to like rainbow colors instead. Have them be randomized rainbow colors, because I think it will look freaking cool when they're partly opaque, when they're translucent, and they are a variety of randomized colors, and they overlap and are falling apart. I think they'll look cool. Yeah, okay, something's wrong with this one. See how... I think I know what it is, though. I did a kludge early on, a while back, for something. Oh, that's not a bug. I think it's just performance. So this is not a great machine that I run this on. It's like over 15 years old. And it's just stubborn. That's why I won't give it up. Also, I'm nostalgic. I call it the Wish Farmers machine because Wish Farmers money paid for it. And Wish Farmers money didn't pay for a lot, but it did some important things. And it got some of my Wish Farmers the gear they needed to back in the day. That was a long time ago. Alright, man, what the hell? Alright, so one thing's happening is, yeah, they are just randomly, like when I click the screen, it picks a random brick and then it tumbles it, right? I think they're tumbling from the 0 position, 0, 0, 0, 0, because I'd screwed something up, or I was debugging something. Oh, there it is. It says right there. Debug kludge. Ah, see? That's why I do these kinds of things. Okay, that's what it's supposed to do. Alright, here we go. Pardon me. Some of these errors, I'm going to skip off the errors because actually there's only like 2 or 3 of them now, and I think they're to be expected. Although this one cannot read property 0 undefined, concerns me sometimes. In fact, okay, I spoke too soon. That is going to be a matter of concern almost certainly. Yeah, you know what? These positions are not correct. Alright, hold on. Oh, from. The from position. The from position. From. Oh, from. Is from global? Is from global. From must be a global. Yeah, okay. I think I know what's going on here. It's because of the from. Wait, hold on. Oh, God. I know what it is. I don't want to do this. But I think it's got to be from the from position. Oh, from. By the way, tween, you kind of suck. Tween, here's the thing. You give it 2 values to start with, right? Well, actually, just give it 1 value to start with. You give it the 2. So you start your tween, you say new, and you give it a 2, right, where you want it to go to. But to apply that, you apply that to a from. And so it goes for your 2, from your from, and then your 2 over your time, over tween time. So 2 arguments to the 2 function, method, whatever the hell you want to call it. Here's the thing. It doesn't actually do any work. It just like counts in between those 2 things and runs the callback. In the callback is where you do the work. So it's still on you to do the work. So I'm trying to figure out tween. What do I need you for? You know, I can write my own timer. This is not a big deal. So exactly why am I using it? I'm not really sure. And when I was having problems with it, I was actually, I was for a moment seriously considering just writing it out, because it's not that big a deal what it does. I mean, you got a value, just calculate the step rate between here and there, and then keep stepping until you get there, and you're done. So, what is the deal? So, anyways, these should be disappearing, but they're, see, because they're like popping out of existence. They're not, they're popping down to where they're supposed to go. And then they still tween down there. Yeah, this is like it was doing before. The weird thing is, so check this out. So it's supposed to start from the position of where the brick is right now. Wait a second. But when I set O from to, like, see, check this out. If I set it to just 0, 0, 0, right? If I set it to 0, 0, 0, which we did before, and I took it out because I thought it was a fixed... Wait, what the hell is that? Oh, that's something else. Okay, damn it. I feel like this is a step backwards because now they're disappearing again, but I know it's not. It's because they're disappearing for a smarter reason, damn it, so that's why. So if I set it back to 0, 0, 0, shit. Oh, I hate when things are broken even temporarily. It should tween between them, starting at 0 and going out. I'm getting frustrated. Sometimes even I've gone on the code too long, because it was like 12 hours last night. Yeah, see, this is what it was doing before. So it doesn't tween there, it like zaps there instead. So equals from dot y. From is there. From y is 0. Y is going to -1. Oh, I'm gonna go offline for a second. fireplace reminds me I gotta make a Christmas theme. I still don't have a Christmas sound mood or visual theme. Alright. Hey, maybe there's an error with 363 that I didn't even look at. Totally possible. I could have just introduced an error. No. Or there would be some red chat already. See over here on the console, there'd be some reds. There's just warnings. There's gobs of warnings. What do they call that? Agoraphobic? Or is that water? Or is that agoraphobic? Or is it agoraphobic only apply to chemicals? Yeah, there's the errors. Look, see, they're like errors. It's literally ticking up. It's gone bananas on errors. It's on 387. It says it can't read "oh from." I know that's what it says. It can't read "oh from." Okay, I get it. Look, I get the error. Oh my God, this error has been plaguing me all now. I mean, I don't know how to fix it, but I know what it means, and that means like so much. That's more important than fixing it, right? It'd be like, if you got shot in the back, then like turning around and seeing your killer, it doesn't help. But I mean, you're gonna die, but still, right? So I figured it out. Look, cannot read property 0 of undefined on 387. That is because it is trying to. Oh shit! Fuck. Sorry. Is property 0? Is the property that it can't read? Is it .position.y, which is a property of abrix, multi-dimensional array, blah blah blah, or is the property that can't read O from.y? I just thought it was O from.y, which would be like a gimme. I'd be like, oh, awesome sauces. But what if it's not O from.y? Should I turn down the background sound? Because you can only so much listen to me or whatever. You know what? Screw you. I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. Getting delirious and going too long. Alright, there's O from. It's on line 32. Okay? It's global. That's all we care about. I was explaining to my friend, long-time friend, roommate, let's see. I was explaining to her what it's like to code like this. She's like, hey, you're not even, how can you read it that fast? But you're not really reading it. It's kind of like swimming through mud. And you're kind of like, there's a shitload of mud here. And to get anywhere without drowning in this, I have to just freaking close my eyes and swim. It feels kind of like that. Like drowning in mud. But then you find the thing, and you're like, there's the diamond I was looking for. And the rest of it, you just try not to be distracted. Because it's like, just crazy shit coming out of the weeds everywhere. Here's the arrays. That's the thing. Is the array correct? Is it being used correctly? Let's go back to the logs. There's a bunch of diagnostic shit in the logs. I noticed when it says like adding brick, it actually logs every single brick its position. Because I wanted to make sure it was lining them up correctly, which it is. But when it does that, it's not accessing the array values. It's accessing the values that it just set them to. I know you're like, what the hell does that mean? You'll see in a second here. And what I mean is, I'm still not 100% confident that those array values are populated and that they are behaving the way they're supposed to. That's what I'm saying. It's just that log message doesn't mean that they are. That could be a problem. Nope, it is. Right here. Yeah. Okay, well, so, I was worried about that. But it turns out when it says added brick at such and such position, that log message actually is accessing the global variable multi-dimensional array called abrix. So, that array does work. It's not like there's a problem with that or something. Obviously we know that the callback function doesn't have access to that, but that's why it's not using that anymore. It's now using two global variables which are present. Oh, wait, no, never mind. It's like that moment in that, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy when, what's that guy's name? Most Def. He's all, hey, oh, what's this? Hey, oh, no, never mind, we're doomed. Yeah. But I think it's from though. I have an idea. We can eliminate this. So the question is, the error message complains that they can't access a property of blah, 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 blah. We don't care. Whatever. Right? The thing is, which one is it complaining about? The left side of this assignment, the L value of this assignment statement, or the R value? Well, we don't know. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set it to a static value. It will be set to 10. And that way, if it still complains, jack shit. Actually, let me think. No. That will verify, that will mean, absolutely will mean, will it? Are there other conditions? We have to be really careful with this. Can I read property 3 of undefined? See what I'm saying? So 388, it says, can I read property 3 of undefined? Okay. That's good, right? Is it? It means abrix itween row dot position dot y is not accessible at the runtime on a date callback. Okay, we know that. But why? Why? Alright, this is painful. We're gonna look at every statement that references abrix. We're gonna look at the history of abrix. Abrix, where have you been? What have you been through? Position.x is being set to something here on line 329. Great, that's wonderful. Good for you. Good for you, position.x. Abrix position.y is being set to something here on line 331. Good for you, Abe. Shoutouts, Abrix position.y. Oh my god. Alright, now see, because I don't want to step away from this until the bricks aren't doing. They were doing it a minute ago, weren't they? But it was for the wrong reason, damn it. And it can't be for the wrong reason. Because then I'll try to fix it and I'll be like, it broke. Actually, it fixed. It fixed what? Okay, here the position Z. We know these properties are correct. Okay. We know these properties are correct. Because they're being logged in the log there, okay? So there it is being logged, which is great. And, you know what's weird? Okay, check this out. So on line 359, line 359, I'm setting abrix R column arg row. I'm saying it that way, abrix R column arg row, because it's a two-dimensional array, right? So I'm saying the x dimension is arg column and the y dimension is arg row, or however you prefer to think about your multi-dimensional arrays. So I'm saying O from equals abrix rcol arg row dot position. Hey, I figured out how to use mics. You don't have to yell. How do I not yell though? Okay. Let's see if I can remember that. I should make a note to myself. Note to self, don't yell. Alright. And it sets it to... It sets... That wasn't me, that was Drone Sound TV. I never know what the hell it's going to come up with. Dot position. It sets the position. Position. I should log this. I'm going to log this. Okay. I'm setting the O from value to... the O from value must be wrong. That's got to be it. Well, we're about to find out. XYZ is plus from dot position. No. I just had an idea. O from shouldn't be an index or a position. O from should be a. Wait, never mind. Stupid idea. Never mind. That was a stupid idea. No, wait. What's this do? What? No, never mind. All right. Back to actual work. Y plus. I didn't even change the titles. Nobody knows this is watchable code. You know what? Well, so you snooze, I lose. Is how that game is played. Actually pretty fun when I haven't slept and I've been coding for too long. You see me when I do beats like this. It's hilarious. I do the craziest shit. We'll probably do beats later. Alright. So now I'm logging. So now I'm logging. That's when you know I'm desperate. No, I'm just kidding. Logging is good. Logging is your friend. And you should use the console.log feature extensively or whatever logging capability your platform provides. Alright, and here's my log. And did it ever tell me what is... Oh, no. Okay, so it sets it when I click the page. It will do this. And it's going to say... It didn't say anything. Why didn't it say anything? Because there's a new error, right? Is it an error because I referenced that 359? Hey, it's a new error. New error on line 359. Hey, that's progress. You know new errors are great, right? New errors are the greatest thing in the world. Because without errors, it's seriously... It's like I said, again, back to the... Does that sound too brutal? Should we get rid of it? What is it? It's been bugging me for a while, actually. I think it's End Pulse on Vinyl Record Player by Daenerys, and I mean, I have to say it's a really good one. It might be Gramophone Crackles here. Gramophone Crackles. I wonder if that was an intentional joke. Because Gramophone Crackles are my favorite kind of crackles. No. The joke's not coming across. It's 57746. I would explain why I didn't copy that, but in terminology, which is a terminal emulator and is otherwise fantastic. 57746. Sorry. Is otherwise a fantastic terminal emulator. It has one bug. If you click copy on a URL, it will break all subsequent copy and pasting. Hold on, let me check if this is Gramophone Crackle. I need to hear it locally. Oh, damn it. So I think Gramophone Crackle's the good one. Yes, I'm the curator of Drone Sound TV. I mean that in more ways than one. So it's not just, I don't know, maybe it was Gramophone Crackle because it was playing twice. There is one way to find out. I could just do it. This is the weird internal syntax of Drone Sound, the Drone Sound program. I say drone TV, and I say one time, and I say what I want it to drone, and it will drone that. Yeah, that's it, alright. Well, bummer. That one's too brutal. I'm gonna take it out. What mode is this? See, I use the same commands as you, basically. Sometimes some extra ones. So, in 57746. Alright, here it is. In the mood files, there is a reference that says 57746. Because at some point I decided it was a really cool file, sound. So good that I wanted it in there, like, permanently, but I guess I was wrong. I left one instance. It might still show up in there. Oh crap, did I break it? Oh, no, it's still working. What the hell? Alright. So, I had to interrupt everything for that. Jeez. That's how bad that sound was. So, I'm the curator. I also make sure that things don't sound like crap. Alright, so. Right, new errors. Fantastic. That's fantastic. There's new errors. It complained in line 359. It said it couldn't read the property of undefined. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Abrix dot position, somehow it is not defined. That just doesn't make any sense. We looked all at the history of Abrix. I've printed out Abrix dot position. Right? Right? I've done it. Oh, oops, sorry. I mean, trust me, that hurt me at least as much as it hurt you. You don't have a camera on me, but when I started my geek shows, I used to have a camera on me. But then Twitch would complain because I'd put sunglasses on or a cowboy hat that covered most of my face because I'm freaking shy, alright? Because that's who I am. I'm sorry. Anyways, like I said, I started all my stage name projects in large part as an effort to address this and try to come out of my shell, sort of. I'm not sure if it helped, because I've found, for example, managed to attract audiences that just reinforce a lot of it. I might have gotten better. I might have gotten better at talking, I think. Yes, as bad as I am, I was worse before. What is going on? I know it's staring us in the face. Alright. Remember where I logged that thing? Abrix. This is going to sound insane. I'm just going to copy this line, and I'm going to put it next to this other line. I mean, am I just like... Sometimes, here's the thing. In fact, almost every time. We've read every line of this, right? So, almost every time you have a bug, like a serious bug like this, you have to assume that you've seen the problem, or you've seen the solution. You've looked right at it already. Where is it? Why are we looking past it? Why am I looking past it? It's right here in front of me somehow. So, here's an interesting story. When I was a kid, I was superstitious and stupid, like a lot of kids are. I wasn't really superstitious. I think I just thought it was fun, you know, like astrology and all that kind of crap and Ouija boards. I remember I read every single book I could find in my library about Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster and ghosts and aliens and just frickin' everything. Read Chariots of Fire and all that crap. I'm talking about like when I was 10. I was still like a logic geek. I was on the chess team and everything, but I don't know, this is just one of my weaknesses. I like that kind of crap. But I don't. Anyway, I just think it's cornball. I still get into it, you know, like Halloween is fun. Why was I talking about that? Oh, alright. There's this thing in that genre of stuff. Oh shit, we're not even looking at that theme anymore. We're looking at the 3D theme now. I gotta switch to it. In that genre, in the superstition genre, I'm gonna call it that because that's what it deserves to be called. In the superstition genre, there's a thing called divination, which is really hilarious. I'll tell you one of my favorite forms of divination was that you would take something like a pendant or an amulet or whatever, and they'll like hold it over a picture of somebody or whatever. Or you could hold it over, like, I don't know, say if you're looking for the keys to your car and you lost them, you would hold your like ring on a necklace over your pink slip, and you would think to yourself, you would ask yourself questions like, did I leave them at work? And if it rotated to the left, that meant no, and if it rotated to the right, that meant yes. And you would just ask yourself questions. This is the same thing the Ouija board does. And of course it's you in charge of it, and the hope is that subconsciously, probably you do, know where you left your keys, and you'll basically trick yourself into answering your own question. That's what I was talking about. This is a little bit like that, in that the answers we know, I mean, like, I know the answer. I must know it. I must know where the bug is, because I wrote the bug. By definition, it's my code. Every inch of this is my code, so I've seen the bug. I wrote it. How come I can't find it now when I need it? His brains are funny, huh? Alright. Oh, God. This is really hurting me. Alright. Sometimes you just gotta back off. There's one thing I'm kind of tempted to do. See, there's that backup version of Breakout, because it worked, right? Alright. I am gonna do it. I feel like this feels like a sort of surrendering to Superstition. I'm not gonna use it, you understand? I'm just gonna set it temporarily to figure out what the hell's going on. Okay, so we're gonna copy breakout.js to breakout.broke, which is kind of funny. And then we're going to go breakout.js.prod, which is the one I just copied because it worked, to breakout.js. And now when I reload the page and it uses the crap, I have to change the theme, right? I didn't do that. Did I? No, I didn't. I think I'm going to take that song out of the playlist because it's kind of like too short to be worth it. I wonder if I have any viewers. So here's the funny thing. Like I said, I started these shows and stuff like that, all these projects, to try and, I don't know, engage humans more and not be like so just like locked in my lab with a bunch of machines. Which I know a lot of geeks are, but I don't want to be. Oh shit, I have viewers. Hey, hello viewers. I don't know why, but thanks for viewing. So, and the reason I don't like to know if I have viewers is because when I don't have viewers, it's depressing. And when I do have viewers, I get nervous. So it's like a no-win scenario. It's better if I just do my thing and I don't even look. So this is the broken version. Oh, remember? Yeah. The broken version kind of worked, right? And I'm trying to figure out, okay, now I have two questions to answer. Why? One, why did it work? And two, why did I call it broken? It seems to work. Admittedly, it does not break away the brick that you click on, but as I told you, well, actually you can't tell it doesn't because you can't see my mouse cursor in the remote view thing. I'll try to fix that. But it's not, just take my word for it. It's not breaking them away, but it is tweening them all the way down from like 0, 0, I think. Maybe I should just start again from this version. Wait, did that? How did I break it? All those questions and more will be answered when I come back from my break. Alright, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take this, or I'm going to take this version. I'm going to start, scare quotes, fixing it again. Only I'm going to have a careful eye on why I fixed it before in a way that broke it. So, and it's also very, very slow on this machine. Don't take that as any sort of judgment, because one, you're viewing it over VNC, and two, you're viewing it, as I said, on a 15-year-old machine. 10 years old machine. The Wishfarmers bought this machine, which was a company I had a long time ago. that did 3D stuff. Anyways, and it was back in its day hella fast, but now it's hella slow. And most days I'm surprised it even runs. That's how long it takes to refresh a window. That's how slow it is. But so don't judge that. I mean, if this were, and this is full screen too, so on a reasonable machine, any reasonable machine would be relatively fast. Also, I'm going to change it. There are more bricks than there need to be. And I'm really looking forward to, I said, taking away the textures and just changing it to translucent colors, because I think they'll look freaking cool when they fall apart. And I think I'd like to have like a toggle so that the potential client could see it that way. Undisclosed client can see it that way, which would be cool. Actually, I don't even really want to necessarily do this for... Wait, why should I say that? What the hell do I care? If people want to pay me to write 3D stuff, it'd be awesome. But I've never really set out for that. I just like doing this stuff. And when my roommate said, "Hey, can you make a wall that breaks away when you click on it?" I was like, "Hell yes, I can." I've been working on just that sort of thing on Drone Sound TV with these 3D themes. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to set this as the end of this in the last of a series of these geeks, or latest in this series. Invalid end time. Screw you, YouTube. What is it called? Highlight review thing. Anyway, so I can't just let YouTube make these highlights, because what happens is it screws them up. Hey, here's a really interesting tidbit of trivia for you. YouTube